My name is Aisling McGuire and we are a family of 4, and we moved into this house 7.5 years ago. So invariably we went to quite a few places when you're shopping for a kitchen. It was really once I walked into the Esher showroom, when I saw this kitchen on the floor, I turned around to my husband and said, "That's the kitchen I want." Interesting enough, I had a different vision of how I would see the kitchen pan out, and it really was Susan that walked me through, having looked at the space and making the most out of the space that we had. My favourite aspect is the window, and the bay window, where I can actually stand by the kitchen window but turn around and talk to the children while they're working away. Another challenge when they were doing the kitchen was our boiler couldn't be moved, so Susan had to come up with something that looked, sleek within the kitchen, and because the boiler was going to sit out by itself. But yeah, she cleverly came up with a way of disguising our boiler and our pipework, I think she did amazing. So we came down to the kitchen measurements, and Lee was very thorough, and we went down through every aspect of what we had asked for, from the drawers, the type of drawers, the colour, the worktops. I mean, everything was so carefully done, and it was very reassuring. They were so accommodating because we had to push off a little later, by a couple of weeks and delay it before we can get the kitchen people down. But yeah, they came into kind of a product ready to get started. But yeah, it went really, really well. At no stage did kind of anything go in that didn't quite work, or it wasn't what I'd expected. But yeah, it was very smooth for us. Been amazing for us. Before, we would never stay in the kitchen because the space was smaller. It really was, we'd eat and leave. But now we probably spend most of our day in the kitchen. Nearly like we have found a new room in our house, because we didn't use the kitchen to the extent that we now use it. We are practically here every day, all the time. Couldn't recommend it more. From the process, from design through technical drawings to installation, everything ran very smoothly. And Susan and Lee were fantastic, because invariably the builders would say, "Where do you want plugs? Where do you want lights?" We'd phone them up and say, "Where's likely to be able to put them?" But they were so good and so responsive. But we were in very good hands. We felt very confident that the end product would kind of be what we were looking for, and we were really, really pleased with it.